Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video on what is life coaching because I know that it can be really confusing. A lot of people think it's the same thing as counseling or consulting or therapy or mentoring, and they all are in the career field of helping people. However, they are different. I personally know based off of experience when I introduce myself to people and they ask what I do, when they hear the word coach, they think, oh, exercise, or I'm a personal trainer, because the word coach is in it. And it's totally understandable that it's confusing. Sports coaching and life coaching is also different, although they do have similarities. I'll talk about everything, hopefully in the most simplified version possible. So let's start with therapy and life coaching. What's the difference? Therapists help clients fix problems or overcome issues. A lot of the times they deal with mental illness. Coaches do not deal with mental illness. In fact, life coaches, assuming that they are certified, actually abide to a code of ethics made by the ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation. So we are not allowed to touch mental illness. If in fact it seems that a client has a mental illness, whether it's addiction or depression, we have to refer you to somebody else because it's not in our realm of expertise. So therapists deal with why and coaches deal with how. So to explain that, a lot of the times the energy of therapy sessions will be a lot about the past. Why am I like this? Why did this happen to me? Why am I feeling this way? Or why did this person leave? There's a lot of coping. It has to do a lot with trying to accept everything that's happened thus far. We are all extremely complex beings, and in many cases, due to whether it's childhood trauma, stuff like that, it can be difficult for some people to come to an acceptance of everything that's happened to them. So if you're trying to envision a scale and the bottom is dysfunctional, say the middle's functional, and then the top is optimal. So therapists deal a lot with the more dysfunctional and then try to get them to a somewhat functional range. And whereas coaches, we take people who are already somewhat functional and try to make them optimal. Our duty as coaches is to try to take that energy and create more. However, if somebody is stuck in the past and hasn't fully accepted that, they're not able to be coached. It seems that more therapy is what they're going to need at that time. And then maybe one day they can do life coaching after they have come to a place of more peace with where they're at. I personally know a few people that actually do both therapy and life coaching, and it works awesome for them. So coaching, because we're already trying to get you from somewhat functional to optimal, we don't really spend a lot of time dealing with things in the past. It is very common that naturally through conversation you could realize that something from your past is affecting you in the present. With the help of the coaching process, when you're at that point, usually just being conscious that that is the case is all that you need to just use the past as somewhat like a growing tool or a lesson or an experience to grow from. So whereas therapy is focused on why, coaching is more focused on how. How do I get from point A to point B? How do I create lasting change? Coaching is more solution focused. So we don't spend too much time analyzing someone's behavior or getting lost in the story. So then what is consulting? So in consulting, the consultants are viewed as the expert in whatever field that may be, but it means that they have the answer. In coaching, we do not claim to be the experts of your life at all. We think you are the expert of your own life, and you actually have all the answers inside of you. So honestly, a lot of coaching is just that we ask the right questions. We know exactly what to ask to make you say something yourself, make you hear yourself, make you realize what you said, make you realize, oh, you did that. You had the power in that. Consultants usually have a game plan or an agenda, and they leave the client to put into action that plan. Coaching, because we believe that you possess all the answers inside of you, we're pretty much just a catalyst to get you to realize your own power. Of course, it's a process and it's going to take time. So it's really the process that the coaches are experts in. We're not life experts, we're experts in the coaching process. It's our job to help you plant seeds, but it's your job to water those seeds. Unlike consulting, where they leave you to the plan that you guys created together, coaching is a lot more involved, and we will do whatever it takes to hold you accountable to your plan that you created. A life coach is not someone who just tells you to wake up early and start writing in a planner. We are not like that at all. It's really deep inner work, and a lot of that work is going to happen when you're off the call. We are life coaches. We love life, and we want you to love yours. Whatever we can to hold you accountable and just help you get to where you want to be. So what about mentoring? Think of a mentor as a role model. You know, been there, done that, let me show you the ropes type of thing. So they're using their own personal experience as a model of success. As a coach, we don't use our personal experiences. We believe that everyone is on their own unique, specific journey, and there's not one right way to do anything. So that's mentoring. And so what is counseling? I know it all, there's just so many. So counseling is a process that focuses on relief of distress. So there's a lot of like coping, how to adapt, how to build skills to just reduce the stress. So just like therapy, counseling, we'll spend a lot of time in the past examining it, finding solutions, dealing with more like emotional concerns, sometimes even seeking a diagnosis of something. Coaching is very collegial, so we are a team with the client. So to mention again the sports coaching, there's a lot of similarities. You know, it's all about that inner inspiration, that inner motivation. However, in sports coaching, there's obviously a win or lose. It's competition based. And of course, in life coaching, we don't think that you need to be better than anyone except the person you were yesterday. I know that sounds so, but it's the truth. Like life coaching, we actually try to create a win-win type of scenario and mentality. So let me try to summarize. Basically, life coaching is all about the coaching process. In a life coach's eyes, everything is energy. Beauty of the life coaching process is that it brings out the potential of somebody, and it emotionally connects their inner strengths to help match it with their outer physical experience, thus making your life a fulfilling one. There is a coach literally for everybody in this world. If you're a bride getting married, there's a coach that can stay with you through that process up until you walk down the aisle. If you're newly divorced, there's a coach for that. If you're a CEO of a company, there's a coach for that. If you're just somebody who just wants more balance, curious of self-love, whatever, like I'm that coach. I think everybody could use a life coach, even myself. All therapists have therapists, all life coaches have coaches. It's true. No matter how specific your problem is, I guarantee you there is a coach for you. It's honestly really amazing to have somebody who can listen with empathy and non-judgmental, someone that you could just trust and confide in. It's very authentic. Coaches will meet you where you're at. I think about, why people become coaches in the first place, and the pattern that I see is people that become life coaches, they're people that have experienced things and have found some passion in them and wants to share it. Coaches are not fresh out of high school graduates that just have to pick a major. All life coaches have really overcome a lot of adversity, which organically led them to this career, and they're passion driven. Honestly, I didn't even know what a life coach was when I first started. I was already in the program where we learned basically everything that I just said. At first I was like, oh man, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I want to be a mentor, because my reason for getting into life coaching was because I used to be a very codependent and insecure person, and my journey created me to be so opposite, and so if I could do it, then anybody can do it. So I thought I wanted to be more of a mentor, but then the more I learned about the coaching process, I just fell in love. Like, there's so much more beauty in helping someone realize their own worth and not having to have my ego involved in it at all. I will never be able to explain in words like how much I believe in the life coaching process. But if you are interested and want to know more, I would be honored to chat on the phone or in person if you're in the New York area, or through webcam. Life coaching is just, it's so easy. You could do it however way you want. I am a more affordable option for anybody out there. It would be nice to see if we could form a relationship and if I could help you and you could even help me. It's a two-way street. We all enter each other's lives for a reason. Thanks for watching.